Hi, Quantopic family. Happy New Year 2026. Um, this year, I'll urge you guys to make sure you take your charts very, very serious. Make sure you are focused. Make sure you take risk. Okay? You take smart risks. Okay? So don't this year, don't I won't advise you to still use a demo account. Try to get profile accounts and try to scale up even though you are taking losses. Journal your trade, find the areas you are making the mistakes and make your correction early. Okay, so just as I said, for those of you that don't have knowledge on trading, or those of you that are finding a channel whereby you can be able to confirm your setup before you jump in. Quantum Peep platform is here for you. Then if you want to join our community group where you will meet other traders that are very good, you send me a DM, then I will add you to the community group. Okay. So for today, let's let's talk about EURGBP as EURGBP. Okay, looking at the chart from the 4 hours time frame, you can see we are already on buys setup. So for those of you that joined, I took advantage of the signal which I dropped last week. Think we are still on profit. So now looking at this chart now, we are anticipating that next week we want this market to take out to close above this level. Okay, so that is our prediction. So we are expecting it next week to hit our final TP. So and if you take a look, we marked this level as our key level. This level was our key level, okay, which liquidity was swept. If it liquidity was swept at these areas, so all these areas, you can see how it dropped, swept all this liquidity around this level, tap into the point of interest. You can see how it rejects from this level with the weak candle, and it created some consolidation at this level before the rally up. Okay, that is for Euro GBP. Okay, you can see it. So at this level, we took advantage of that opportunity. We took advantage of that opportunity. Then you can see how we place a buy at this level. Then we set our stop loss below this level and we target this high here, which is 1:3, 1:2, sorry. So now let's check the weekly time frame. Let's see what the weekly time frame is saying. We use weekly time frame as our higher time frame bias so that to know if we can hold the trade for next week or if we should pull out next week. Okay. So now moving to the weekly time frame. Now moving to the weekly time frame, you see what happened here. This is the weekly time frame. So we are going to pay attention on these three candlesticks. So this area will be our major focus. Okay, so our focus will be on these three candlesticks to make focus of the fourth candle, what the candle we do next week. Okay, so now based on the first candle, so I'll be explaining them one after the other. So this is the first candle. So based on the first candle, you can see a large bearish body. So I'm going to be giving three facts on each of these candles. So one, we can see a large body. Sellers clearly in control based on that first candle. So sellers are in control. So which shows weekly bearish momentum likely to continue from the period trend. So you can see how it is. So then move to the second candlesticks. This is the second candlestick. So the first observation on the second candlestick is seller's body, smaller body, sorry, smaller body than the candle one. So you can see the body now is smaller than this candle one. Okay, so which shows a loss of momentum. Take note of that. It shows a loss of momentum. Then the second point is that the long wick. So the long wick, which shows that buyers try to push price up. You can see how they push this price up, but failed. You get me? So they push this price up, but they failed. Then the third one, the third observation, sellers still close price lower, but with less strength. So after buyers push this price up, sellers still close it lower, but with less strength compared to the first one. So please take note of that. So now, based on the summary for this second one, this is bearish continuation but weakening. So the first one, then the second one now shows bearish continuation but weakening. So let's see what happens on the third candle. Now, moving to this third candle observation, moving to the third candle observation, what can you observe there? Bearish body closer near a key level. So you can see this bearish body is close, it closed near a key level. So we have a key level. This as an order block. This level tends to be our key level. So you can see the bearish body closer near a key level. So I think at this level is our 50% equilibrium, this level. So that is one observation from the weekly time frame. You know, the weekly time frame always higher time frame always have more forces than the lower time frame. Okay, so please take note of that. Then the second observation, very long lower wick, strong sell side liquidity sweep. So you can see the long lower wick from this level. You can see how the market dropped from this level all the way to this level, then it pushed back up and closed around this place. So it has a long lower wick which swept this liquidity resting above this place, the resting below this level. So the liquidity resting around this level, it swept it and closed back inside this zone. You can see close back inside the range. So that is second observation which we are likely going to be bullish next week on this pair. Okay, then the third observation, sellers push price far lower but could not hold it. So you can see they push the price far lower but they could not hold it. So that is, so now the conclusion for the third one is that the weekly seller, that is, it shows weekly seller instruction candle. So it's very important on higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame. Okay, so now the logic behind the logic now behind um the logic now behind this three candle, the logic behind these three candlesticks. Then the first one, this first candle now, this first candle is strong seller pressure. You can see it, strong seller pressure. The second one is momentum loss. So this one starts losing momentum. Then the third one is the final stop hunt. So this third one is the final stop hunt or liquidity grab. That is what it did. So based on these three forecasts, so it's based on these three forecasts, it prints a bullish reaction or consolidation. So we are expecting 65% of the time a bullish reaction, which is let's say 55% of this, let's say 65% of what will happen next week. We are expecting a bullish reaction from there or a consolidation at that level. But if you are looking for a bearish move, So bearish moves, it will just give you, let's say, 35%. So 35%, but 65% from next week, 65% of the time, we are expecting a bullish reaction or a consolidation. So now let's make forecasts on the fourth candle. Let's make focus on the fourth candle. So let's see what will be printed on the next week. Okay, let's see. So based on these three analysis, these three candle analysis, so 65, so we are rating next week a probability which is 65% probability, a bullish reaction or a corrective candle. So we are expecting a bullish reaction or a corrective candle. So I'm going to bring out um four four probability what may happen next week. So the first one, we are expecting a bullish or a neutral weekly close. Okay, so a bullish close, we are expecting a bullish reaction that will close above this level, or a neutral, or we are expecting a neutral um weekly close. Okay, so the second observation, the second probability is that the medium, or we are expecting a medium or small bullish body. So we may expect a medium or small bullish body. So they may market may open market can open at this level. So market can open at this level, move down, then move up. It may just close inside this range. So we are expecting it. So it may close inside this range. But once it closes inside this range, it has already hit our take profit. Okay. So just take note of that. So we are expecting that. Then the third observation, price move back into the body of candle three. So the price may move back into the body. So from here, it may move back. That is, it may move back into the candle body for candle three or candle two. Okay, so that is what we are anticipating next week. So I urge you guys to still hold GBP. Okay, so let's still hold it. So if you know if you know your risk is very high, you can either break even. But I always advise you guys, always take a calculative risk. You understand? Take a calculative risk. Okay, so that is what we are looking out for next week. So because of this, let's move back to the 4 hours time frame. Now this is it. So this is it. You can see what the market is printing. I think this week it hits our take profit one. So market hits take profit one at this level. So we are anticipating, and you can see how the markets react at this level. So we are anticipating this market to move and close above this high next week. Okay. So thank you guys. One love, and keep sharing. Make sure you like and you share. Okay, and always follow us so that we can be able to drop more updates and more setup for you guys. Okay, thank you. One love.